Kadary, what do you guys need to do against Arkansas tomorrow? What stands out to you when you watch them on tape?
Keep them out of transition and keep them from attacking the paint and being able to spray it out for open threes.
What's your guys' main focus in that game?
Just making sure we play St. John's basketball, our brand of basketball, and dictating the game and controlling the pace.
What do you know about the Pitino-Calipari matchup? I know it's probably a lot of it's before your time, but what has Coach said about it?
He hasn't brought it up. He's been treating it like a regular game, just another game for us. But I've seen a lot on Twitter recently, so I guess there is a big deal with this, but he hasn't brought it to our attention.
What do you want to say to St. John's fans? You guys can get to your first Sweet 16 since 1999.
We appreciate you, and we need you tomorrow. We need you the rest of the way, and go Johnnies.
All right, RJ, how important is it for you guys to start? Why are you trying to cut me off, Otis? I was trying to be quick. Okay, good. RJ, how important is it for you guys to start strong tomorrow against Arkansas?
It's very important. We try to start strong every game. We don't try to come out flat. I really think it's just not playing tight, loosening up, and just playing confidence and being aggressive once the ball's in the air.
What does Arkansas do well?
They're very athletic. They get up and down in transition, and they're a great offensive rebounding team. So we have to try our best to block out and stop them in transition.
What is your guys' main focus heading into that game?
Arkansas.
No, I mean that you guys want to do well.
Arkansas.
What do you know about the Pitino-Calipari head-to-head matchup? I know Coach isn't making it a big deal, but what do you know about it?
I don't know anything about it. The only thing I seen was, I seen the press conference that he had. He just said that his only rivalry was with Jim Calhoun. So that's all I know. I don't know anything else. I promise.
Kadary said he's seen a lot of it on social media. Have you seen all this stuff on social media about that this is the matchup everyone wanted?
I try to stay off social media. Just because it's good when it's going good. Once it goes bad, it's pretty negative, and some people are kind of harsh in the comments, but it's all good because they can't let that faze you. So you kind of just look past it, and it's cool. You just stick to your roots, and your family members are always going to be there having your back. But no, I haven't really seen anything. I kind of wanted to play Kansas just because Zuby. That's where Zuby came from. So I was like, wow, this is like God's plan. We're gonna have Zuby match up with Kansas. But now that I see all the animosity and the hype building up between Coach P and Coach Cal, I think it's also going to be a great game. So either one of the two would have been amazing. So,
Deivon, what do you guys need to do well against Arkansas tomorrow?
Just play St. John's basketball, lock in, and pay attention to detail. Just take our scouts serious, lock in on film, and trust in our coaching staff.
When you watch Arkansas on film, what jumps out to you?
Their athleticism. They're pretty big, pretty talented. They got some older guys, but most importantly, they play in the SEC, and that's like home of the athletes. So, we can't let them be more physical than us.
What do you have to do to make sure you start strong and don't have to go back to being a really good second half team?
Just take advantage of the first 4 minutes. First punch, box out, limit transition, and play St. John's basketball.
What do you want to say to St. John's fans that are coming out tomorrow?
We just appreciate all of them. We thank you for the support, the love, getting us here, and we look forward to advancing.
Hey, Sim, Adam Zagoria, NJ.com. I know you knew DJ from high school. Do you have any good stories of playing against them, or what are your recollections of playing against DJ maybe in AAU or high school, and what do you think about going against him tomorrow?
I feel like it's a full circle moment. A lot of respect for DJ. Big up for him. He's been having a great season. And that's great to see. Shout out to him. But we definitely had some really good games against each other. One that I could think about is our TOC the junior year. That was a really good one. So yeah.
What do you think it says about New Jersey that there's a couple tough guards playing in the second round of the NCAA tournament here?
Basketball needs New Jersey.
Nice. That's a good clip there. Middle, please.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ben Dixon from Newsday. I'm curious for both of you, just How familiar are you guys with any of the Rick Pitino, John Calipari history, their matchups? I know it dates back to well before you guys were alive, but just what's your familiarity there?
We kind of get a little like we see a little bit of the stuff on like media and stuff, but we don't really like dive too much into it.
Yeah, I've seen it on ESPN and stuff, but I really don't know too much of it.
Yeah. What's the opportunity like to just go against another Hall of Fame coach here in the second round?
It's amazing. It's a blessing for sure just to be able to advance in such a great tournament like this, and to have it to be against another great team is loved at, and it's definitely a blessing for sure.
Hey, Simeon, Kadary Richmond, ESPN Arkansas. Obviously, y'all's focus was on Omaha the last game. What have you learned about Arkansas here in the last 12 hours from just watching film and going over game plan?
They have an amazing team, extremely athletic, just overall a great team that is going to be a great tough matchup for us. Not really like it's going to be a great game for sure. It's probably the most athletic team we played all year, and we definitely have our work cut out for us.
Front right.
Robin, thebracketeer.org. Aaron, how much did the gritty style of basketball that you played at North Texas help you adapt to the defense that you play here at St. John's? And did it kind of help you at all last night when it was a low-scoring battle between you guys and Omaha in the first half?
Yeah, of course. I'm blessed to spend my first 3 years of college in North Texas because, their identity is something like the same here at St. John's. Like you said, the grittiness, toughness, all that. But yeah, I feel like that's my role on this team, to bring the energy. Last night I had 2 early fouls, 2 quick fouls. Going into the second half, I just wanted to bring energy to the whole team, get the whole team going, get turnovers, get out in transition, because, our defense makes our offense, that's what we're best at. I just feel like that's my role on this team.
Hey, Aaron, Kadary Richmond, ESPN Arkansas. New York's about 3.5 hour drive away. Fayetteville's about 25. What kind of advantage do you think a home crowd will have for you guys tomorrow?
Well, last night we had a good crowd, amazing crowd at that. The fans was very loud, very cheerful. It felt like a home game, and that could be an advantage. But I did see a lot of Arkansas fans, so I know they're traveling too. So I think it would be a pretty good environment tomorrow, and it's going to be a lot of people there, and I do think we have an advantage with our fans.
Good, Pat.
Pat Forty from Sports Illustrated. I'm wondering if you guys can walk through for me from the time you got back to the hotel last night until you got here to the arena, what all you've done.
So after the game, kind of like your typical coach talks, and we had to hurry up, get back to the hotel because it was pretty late. We had film when we got back, watch film, like our breakdowns and stuff from our Omaha game, and we watched some personnel, right? Last night. Personnel last night for Arkansas, and then this morning we woke up, ate breakfast, watched film again. We were able to get off our feet for a little bit, and then now we're here.
We're here in the middle again. Mike, middle.
Simeon, Vice has been following both Arkansas and St. John's, John Calipari, and your coach, Rick Pitino. I know that could probably get a little evasive in time. What has that been like additionally? And obviously, you guys have a really successful season, but you feeling like an additional camera, additional people are watching you guys 24/7?
I feel like they do. They're like a fly on the wall. You don't really notice them all the time. And when you have a goal at mind as set as something that your team wants to do as a collective, you don't really allow that to distract you or stray you away from what's going on. Like we love everybody from the Vice crew, and they've been great to us all year, and it's hard to really notice them when you're going through practice or film or whatever it is that you're doing with the team.
Right here in the middle.
Andrew Hutchinson, Best of Arkansas Sports. Simeon, earlier you were talking about DJ and a particular game y'all had in your junior year. Just could you, for those of us who don't know about that, what do you remember about that game? What was the significance of it? What do you remember specifically from that game?
So in New Jersey they have they had the Tournament of Champs where all the teams from all the county counties throughout Jersey. The winners of their county, they would play in like a tournament to see what like the best team in Jersey. Unfortunately, it's not around anymore due to the state not really feeling like other teams could compete with teams that could like recruit and stuff, which is understandable. So our junior year, we were able to play in the last one that they ever had at Rutgers. And it was a great game. It was an overtime game. It was a great game, great environment. He's from Camden, New Jersey, so Camden they go hard for their school and especially for DJ because what his pops has done. But just that game, that environment, we almost sold out Rutgers as a high school team. So I feel like that's pretty cool.
Right here, back.
Robert Rizzo, Latino Sports. Sim, your first experience last night in March Madness, was it everything you expected and imagined it to be?
Yeah, just growing up watching March Madness my whole life, and to have this opportunity is second to none. It's kind of crazy to even say that I'm here right now. So gotta give my thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and just ask for Him to keep guiding me, keep guiding every step that I take.
Simeon, anything else you have?
Simeon, you talked about DJ a little bit. Boogie's home's also not too far from here. I'm guessing both of them have a lot of family. I'm assuming you're going to have you had a lot of family in last night, and you're going to have a lot of family in tomorrow as well.
Yeah, my parents are they're kind of like my brother. He goes to Texas A&M, so my dad he's in Denver, and my mom she's out here, so they split up so they could watch the both of us. So it's great. It's great just to have people that are able to come.
Right here, though. Right in front of you.
Aaron, what's it been like playing with the pain in your thumb? How was it yesterday, and just how are you feeling right now?
I think, matter of fact, Sim, he the one who told me it's all mental. Like, you don't even use your thumb anyways to shoot. So I just think just not thinking about it really helps me. Just going, it is probably some plays I shouldn't be doing, like reaching in or, going for a block with this hand. But, at the time of the moment, I'm not thinking about it at all. I'm just playing. So, after the game, that's the worst part. But, it's after the game. It's not during the game. So, yeah.
Thanks, Eric. Right here.
Sim, you just mentioned your brother plays at A&M. Have you talked to him at all about facing Arkansas? Gotten any tips or a scouting report from him?
Nah, I haven't talked to him yet due to like the time difference, and they played yesterday. So, kind of wanted to give him a little chance to like chill. He's out there with my dad, so I talked to my dad a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to him a little later just to see like any tips to how they went about playing them during this season.
Right here in the back.
Yeah, just to follow up on that, Sim, what does it mean to your family to have two kids and the two sons in the NCAA tournament at the same time? I mean, how proud are you and are your parents of that?
I'm extremely proud because I feel like we both get a chance to represent our families in this tournament, and like my older brother's the reason why I even play basketball. So just to have the opportunity to play in such a big event. Well, he's on the other side of the country, and we're out here. It's just amazing. It's something that we both dreamed about doing since we were younger, and I can't even tell you how my parents feel because it's hard for them to break it into words too.
Did he kind of teach you how to play a little bit, CJ?
Yeah, he was my foundation with everything. Like I wasn't like when I was younger, he started playing before me, so I kind of watched him and watched how hard he went at it and watched how hard he worked, and it kind of made me fall in love with the game too.
Thanks, Emmy. Right here.
How did your parents decide who went to which game?
My dad, my mom, she's working. She's a teacher at school, so coming to Providence was an easier trip for her. My dad, his schedule's a little more flexible, so he could take that trip to Colorado without it being an issue.